Hey guys, Hat People here, just doing another recording of my World of Tanks, but this time I've got a brand new tank to show you off to you guys, the IS-4. If I remember right, this is my 11th game in this tank. It's still quite new. I spent my first 6 or 7 games just abusing the shit out of the tank, playing it to the worst possible way that I could so that I could learn its limitations. Quite a good little tank. It's very, very different to the IS-3, which is a good improvement for me. I'm more used to the slow and precise German tanks, so this IS-4 is more to my style than the IS-3 ever was. I found that B online to be completely unreliable and quite inaccurate, so I'm quite happy with that. It's improved. What else is there? So, I'm doing post-recording because I can't do these recordings in the matches. I'm having some major ass issues where basically I need to have the audio up for me to hear what's going on properly and be able to respond to things properly in the game, but that drowns out my microphone settings with fraps, so I'm having to use, and that's just because I think it's such an old microphone that I've got. I just need to go and fix it up, or replace it. Got a bit of a dodgy wire in there, so it records everything quite quiet. I use Sony Vegas Pro to boost the decibels in the games, which is why you might hear some fairly heavy breathings. I can't really help that at the moment. So this is one of the more fun matches I've had in the IS-4 lately. It's just, I find that the precise gun on it is quite good, and it's a lot of fun to play around with. That T20 was being a bit of a pain in the ass to me though, being with its peekaboo. It's just, I couldn't keep up with it. I don't like the lack of neutral turning. That still really pisses me off about all Russian tanks. They really need to have that neutral steering in, and they'll become so much better. Yeah. But I suppose that's just one of the key advantages that Germans have, is that they had that ability in the war. That's, you know, they didn't call it the Whitman maneuver for nothing. Yeah. What else is new? Yeah. Generals 2 has just recently been announced. It's like about 30 hours ago it was announced. I'm looking forward to that game when that comes out. Definitely looks to be a massive improvement to any of my other games. Any of my other RTS games, which is good. Didn't really like Generals to start off with that much, but I do have a lot of respect for what it did for the franchise in general, and that was to revitalise real-time strategy and Command & Conquer in a time when it looked like Command & Conquer was dead. Well, it's beginning of summer here in Australia too. The weather's getting a bit hotter, so you'll soon start hearing the fan going in the background, or 2 or 3 fans to keep me cool. I've wound back my PC clocks a little bit because my water cooling system's just not cutting it anymore. It's running quite hot, so I've got to go check that out. It's the Antec H2O 120, so I can't refill it with cooling fluids because that's already stocked with it. So just need to find a way to maximise the efficiency of the fans and maybe move my computer from underneath the desk. I am considering buying a new motherboard and going to Bulldozer to get better stock clock speeds and have 8 threads instead of 4 threads, which make my recording and encoding a lot better, a lot more convenient for me. But I'm always going to stick with AMD from now on. I think I just find they're more reliable overclockers than Intel are. Other things too is I'm looking for new games to play, guys, to do videos on. It's kind of, yeah, I am getting a little bit about World of Tanks. I'm playing it a bit too much, and I want to get a bit of variety in there. Best way for me to get that variety is just to check out, to play other games. Give me some suggestions of games that you'd like to see me play, whether you want me to play single player or multiplayer like this, and I'll do running commentaries for them too. Now I've got a few that I had in mind doing, like Sonic Generations. That ended up falling through because I wanted to, because I can't play it on the on my keyboard. It's just too irritating to use. The controls are really sloppy on the keyboard. It just makes it, it's like the Grand Theft Auto 4. It was a really bad port to PC. That's the same thing with Sonic Generations, so I wanted to get that control pad working, but the configurator doesn't want to work. So suggest some games for me, and I'll have a look into them if I can buy. If I need to buy them, I'll certainly have a look and buy them when I've got the money, and we'll do some Let's Plays of that. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and back to this game in particular, I found that T95 was a bit annoying, and I could have taken it, but I decided to take out the Panther first because that would be a bit more painful on my side, because it would have had an easy shot to my rear and my turret. As you can see, I tried to face hug the T95, but the IS-4 is just not a German tank. I can't face hug and then look down on it, which is a bit of a shame. So my playstyle against the tank destroyers like the T95 is going to have to change just a little bit. At the end of this match, I'll also show you guys my garage. I did have to sell a couple of my tanks, namely my IS-3, my KV, my Panzer IV, my Vesp, and my Ferdinand. To get the IS-4, I just wanted to rush out and get another good solid tier 9 tank, because I enjoy these high tier battles, I really do, and when my clan does eventually start going to clan wars, I want to have as many available tanks for them to use. So as you can see, I've still got a little bit of learning to do in my IS-4, but it's okay, I play okay in it, I reckon. So far I've gotten about 2 to 3 kills per match, almost guaranteed. In my playthrough today, yesterday it was a little bit rougher than that because I was still learning how to use a lot of the stuff and the tank wasn't elite, but now it is. I can go and maximise the stats on this thing and have a bit of fun. Alright, so a quick look at what's left in my garage. I will be going for the T32 as the next tank. That I'll probably give it about a week or so before I've got that unlocked. And I'll put my Virgin match up on that. So here's a quick look at my garage before I go. Alright, see you guys later.